They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the... They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 113 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Young.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw.
37-yard line.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the things we always talk about heading into a game, who's going to set the tone early, and very early on here, we're seeing a defense is showing they're going to continue to bring pressure.
They smelled that early 3-and-out, brought the pressure, and the hit forced the incompletion. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Second down.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Richards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
A gain of 4.
Up the middle they go. It's Richards. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
They'll go with a keeper. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hunter. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Chicago.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched the ball last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Gregory will look to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Slot man moves right. Now Gregory to throw. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
A gain of a yard.
Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Young. This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richards. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Gregory. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gregory.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're at a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up.
They'll look to throw here. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
34-yard line.
He'll keep it himself.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And 11.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Richards. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Now a handoff up the middle. Richards. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Turner is there for another one.
Complete to number 3. A gain of 5. First down, Chicago.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gregory. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down, Chicago.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Visitors, 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On play action, they'll throw. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, look at the juke. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and a couple. Back to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
quarterback on the scramble.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run the counter. It's Richards. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Second and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. the middle they go. It's Richards. They managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Here's 2nd and 8. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Downs, a 16-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. Wide open receiver complete. He's still on his feet, and he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Gregory. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Off-play action. Gregory. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Visitors, 21.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Back to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
Here's the option.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Downs. He's got it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Gregory will look to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw. This taken in by Downs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Richards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now Gregory to throw. That's complete to Turner.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and a yard.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down.
Looking to throw. Gregory. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Hands it off out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and saying, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Anderson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
35-yard line.
Now back to throw. It completes it once more to Anderson.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll look to throw here.
The 39-yard line.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain. Quarterback sneak. No gain. Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Chicago.
Now Gregory. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Operating from the gun, Gregory. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Gregory.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back to throw, Gregory. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gregory. His pass caught at the 4. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They run on first down with Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. second down, another carry for Jackson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Now an option play, and we'll keep it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, this is Jackson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So they went a little cautious there on third and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And his kick is indeed good.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 15. Exactly 1 minute remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
This is Anderson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Gregory. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Chicago.
And 26 seconds now as the spike comes in.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's third down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting his inside the 30.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Chicago.
And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Chicago, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise, in the preseason, the regular season, or with a fantasy draft.
From the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. First down, Chicago.
Up the middle they go. Walter. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Gain of 12. First down, Chicago.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Him in stride.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
A 5-yard gain.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick here is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Clark. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Second down at the 47-yard.
Now Lewis. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
38-yard line.
Throwing is Lewis. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for another. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, Little. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 more there and another first down.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, Lewis. Throw left side complete. That's Green. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a give up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the 6-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's Lewis, operating from the gun.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lewis. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Lewis throwing on 4th down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, and maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Chicago.
Play action. They'll throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to regain the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go. Clark. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Lewis.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Looking to throw. Lewis. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show them.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 10.
Now the give, it's Jackson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. He'll drop to throw. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up second and 12.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
On the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
It's now 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 4.
And he will have a first down as they get into the grab at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Clark. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And they'll try to run the option here. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
To the 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Clark. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
17-yard line.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down.
10-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Operating from the gun, Lewis. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, Cardinal?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down, Chicago.
Now it's Jackson. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Taken down at the 41. Brings up second down.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
A gain of 7. First down, Chicago.
He's going to try and take off with it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Down at the 30-yard line. Brings up second down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Chicago.
Now he'll try to run with this. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive edge.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
That's caught right side by Anderson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with, because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, you can come back and try to pick it up on 3rd down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Clark. Give him 5 yards there, and will bring up second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
41-yard line.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down.
To throw is Lewis. A final shot before break. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the LA Rams. And it's Puka Nacua. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Rams move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Houston Texans. And this is the Colts quarterback. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The Colts with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And here's the home team's running back. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Pioneers find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Chicago, They move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason.
One month down, and what a month it was. I'm Scott Hanson. Here's your Week 4 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. We begin with a good interconference matchup. And this is Christian McCaffrey. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The 49ers are now 4-0. What a... And this is Patrick Mahomes. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Steamers improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. From there, let's get you to another interesting matchup. And this is Kenneth Walker III. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Golden Eagles get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. One more to show you. Let's go to Philadelphia. It's the Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers.